younger people. And I said, they need to know it's there, first and foremost. And I think once you know it's there, having started this conversation very early, and the language of logistics permeates children's conversations and people's conversations like medicine, engineering, or teaching does, then you really start to again foster that impression of this is a profession. Because it's one thing for us to believe it, but for the world to then recognise that too, only then helps to change things and to alter it. Yeah, education. Our high public profession is recognition by academic institutions. It's probably only been in the last 15 years. And I think they were quite astute in that they spotted that there was a whole industry with very specialised skills, with specialist knowledge, that many people can learn on the job over a number of years. And I think the academics spotted that and said, actually, hang on a second, we should turn this into an area of academics. So that's helping to push things forward. But I think most of us would probably agree that whatever you're getting in university is not necessarily getting active in the workplace. Theory and practice, very, very different. So in terms of the education, I think higher education institutions have done a fantastic job of bringing this sector into the sphere of professionalism. But now what we need to do is, it's a niche, it's a vocation. It's a practical subject. So we need to work with higher education institutions alongside the actual companies that operate in the space to make sure that we're equipping them with skills. Because this is an industry where you need to hit the ground running. There is an expectation that you know how to actually operate a warehouse, and you know how to keep up with their lady, whatever it might be. And it's very different, I think, from other sectors where there's a transition period from academia degree into the workplace. So there are things to be done, there are gaps, definitely. And we just need to progress so quickly. Everyone's changing in this industry. Far more quickly than our industry. I did biochemistry at university. The laws of biochemistry have really changed vastly in the last 20 years, but your industry is totally different. So learning in your industry is important. But it's important that companies recognise just because you teach doesn't mean they're learned. They're making sure that you're employing the right people with the knowledge of human development and technology, the way that adults learn is really, really important. Development and education sits as part of that development process. So people are working in industry. One company may not be innovating, finding more efficient ways to work or more effective ways to work, and they keep it within their little silo. But if people within that institution and that company are part of a professional body, those professional discussions go out of their organisation into a broader network. Those ideas get taken to another institution. You try them out themselves, they iterate, they improve, they talk again. And then before you know it, those innovations are becoming standard practices. And standard practices lead to new knowledge. But it also helps us with obtaining our sustainable development goals. Because we have to create infrastructure and innovation as part of that, and provide decent work and economic growth. So professional bodies are working together like that and taking learning as a way to drive the profession forward in a constant cycle. I think will not only help with effective and efficiency
see a game series